know who's supposed to be staying here this weekend?
50. P50?
No, 50.
There's 2 people in there?
50 Cent. 50. Curtis Jackson, the rapper.
Oh, yeah, from the Jackson 5.
What's up, world? It's your boy BlogXilla sitting here with my man Romany Malco. You're gonna see him in Las Vegas. He's also in Think Like a Man 2, 40-year-old version.
Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm trying to help the partner out. I'm trying to say I want to get you laid, dude. I understand what's going on
You guys
here,
are
right?
so up your asses.
My friends and I were talking about the difference between a classic song and a hot song. I feel like a lot of people are making hot songs now. Like Ain't Worried About Nothing is one of my favorite songs. I like it, but is it a classic song? Today, are those songs still there? Like, cause you hear songs and it just, you listen to them for a month or two and then you listen to them no more.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but part of what contributed to classic songs in like, you talk about the 90s, is that, in early 80s, is that people had completely different sounds. So what would make a song that might be considered trendy now classic at the time was, it was not just, you know, that it had a great hook or great anthem, but it was actually unique sounding. It was a unique approach to music. Where today, as corporate America has gotten more involved in music and in the art, it's become this bottleneck where everybody's trying to kind of, not everybody, but the things that get mainstream exposure are kind of being squeezed through this little bottleneck, and it pretty much all sounds the same.
I feel like the same thing is with movies as well. Like, you have movies that are just good movies and hit movies, then you have classics, and I feel like we haven't had a black classic. Not that Think Like a Man is a black classic, but I feel like that was one of the first films that can withstand the test. Like one of those best man type films. You're doing another one, Think Like a Man 2.
Yeah.
How has that experience been for you?
It's been good. It's been, you know, you don't know, you never know that you're making something that could be a classic, whether it's 40-Year-Old Virgin, whether it's, you know, Think Like a Man. But doing that second one was exhausting because we were in Vegas the whole time and we were living on the Strip. But what made it work, and me and Taraji had this talk, it's the people. We love the cast, the people that we're working with.
You can tell that in social media when you see guys in interviews. You can tell you guys genuinely had love for each other.
Oh God, I never been. I mean, we pick on each other so hardcore, you know, but it's because we know it's love, you know. And you deal with a lot of fragile egos in our business. You don't have to worry about that on that set because everybody knows everybody's got genuine love.
How long were you in Las Vegas for? Because your new movie, which comes out with Friday, right?
Yeah.
Las Vegas is also set in Vegas. How long were you in Las Vegas for?
I was in Las Vegas total for 3 months. 3 months because, you know, spent about a month doing Las Vegas, 3.5 weeks to a month doing Las Vegas, and then 2 more months, maybe 2.5 months doing Think Like a Man 2, and that was just exhausting.
I can imagine. Mother actually has to be exhausted.
Dude, it is, you know, when you want to display like that, you can't leave your hotel room without the fans being like this and that. But then they don't understand that you just finished a 16-hour day and you're doing night shoots. So this is actually the time you're headed back to your hotel to go to sleep. And it's 10 o'clock in the morning for them. Hey, it's the dude from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Now, I also saw in one of your interviews, you said that Morgan Freeman showed up on time every time. He volunteered to be on set to be an eye reference for you. What did you learn from working with a professional of that caliber?
Really learned how important it is to set the right tone on a set. And so one thing that Morgan did, which was awesome, is, and not just Morgan, but Robert De Niro and all of them, they really made sure to be very inclusive, and they behaved as if they were fans of mine. And they almost instantaneously alleviated any sense of hierarchy whatsoever. And as a result of that, I was more relaxed. And then being more relaxed, I gave them the best performance I possibly could, given the circumstances.
You steer clear of that hoe. That's called an identity crisis. Why wouldn't she have an identity crisis? Probably wearing a weave, contacts, fake nails, and got the nerve to ask you to love her for who she really is.
You have a show on YouTube, or a sketch on YouTube, which is pretty amazing. Oh, the Tijauana Jackson? That shit is hilarious. Where'd you come with the idea? I saw you doing it at BT. I mean, I was like, where do I remember him from? And now so you had to tell, like, well, no, maybe that's not him. Then you would just go in there like, oh, okay. Like, where'd you come with the idea for this character?
It shit cracks me up every time people bring this shit up. But in a nutshell, dude, I grew up in an environment where I was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, I lived in Baytown, Texas in a trailer park, and I lived in projects, and like, you always had these cats that were in and out of jail or whatever, but they were full of advice. So here's this person trying to improve upon himself, but he's convinced himself that he already has, and now he's teaching you. But the truth of the matter is, he's teaching himself. So you get these really insightful quotes from, you know, and insights from this ex-convict turned motivational speaker, who's telling you how to live your life, and you're sitting there going, you talk about being healthy, but he's smoking a cigarette. What up, this is Romany Malco, and you know I'm a huge fan of Global Grind. In fact, I write for Global Grind, and you are now watching Global Grind TV.